Nikki, what's up? Justin, what's up? Yep, the pew pew fell. I'll fix it in a second here. Yeah, Nikki, I got you. Nikki, you're smurfed. Yeah, that's a super cool round. Or a super cool bar. It's a 5 ounce or 5 gram silver Darth Vader card. It's numerized. Let's do pours. I'm gonna put pours out right now instead. Report to the North Pole then. It's not that short. Homage to my pores. You made some dog tags that you're giving away. Let you know if I want one. Are you talking to me? Sure, I'll take some. Are they gonna say humble stacker? Or are they your dog tags? I don't care, dude. I'll take them for sure. Send one. Definitely something I can put up and display. Says silver stacker. I'll take it for sure. Thank you. Is your email on your site or on your channel? What's up, Chew? Yeah, that's super cool, Nikki. That's awesome. Yeah, I'm down. That's cool. Well, I'm not on Facebook, so I'll just message you on YouTube. Yeah, that's awesome, Nikki. Thank you. I didn't realize that was playing in the background. That means I'm copyrighted now. Awesome.
One, two.
No problem, brother. I appreciate you. Send Crash and Bob. Who's Crash and who's Bob? What's up, John? I panned some pay dirt today. Got some gold. Added it to the old vial. She's filling. I got 3 different vials in here, and then one more vial right here with my nugs, or with my gold bearing gold in it. But the vet VFW things I do took first place. That's awesome. Oh, that's cool, bro. Today, pictures will end up on my stuff. Okay. What do you mean by filling out payment mail, John? Who is Ghost Edits? Ghost Edits, you got to be in my channel for more than 2 seconds before you get modded for starts. And I don't know you. Your channel's only been open for 7 months. You have 27 subscribers, no videos. I don't just mod people when they walk into my room. And there's a reason for that. When you get modded, you can cause all kinds of problems. And I've learned that lesson. Not the hard way, but through other people learning that lesson the hard way. So, appreciate you stopping by. If you hang out for more than 2 seconds, you might get modded. Who knows? Joseph Lopez, what is going on, brother? That's true. That's true. They are gifted, not requested. I think he was the first time you had the opportunity before somebody else jumped on it before you. And you are the only one with that privilege. Joseph, what's going on, brother? How are you doing, man? Yes, we did have a kid the other day. You might have said something then, too. Yeah, you actually gave him an under 18 site he could go to. You pointed out that he was under 18, yes. And then you found him a channel that he could go to that would show him under 18 content that would still be coin stacking and collecting. Is that you in the background, J-Lo? Let's see here. Hence, only person I would piss off T1, so Troubled One, and Bob. Like Axe 5-minute timeout. The blues were sounding sweet. I know, but I can't play them or I'm copyrighted. So yes, I do have the Vader going. Got it out of an Agoro box. $5 silver card. Number 2537 and 3450. Set. Susanna, how are you? Yeah, it's not a bad card. And got my Poe Dameron BB-8 round. That's numbered. I think it's like 148 of 500 or something. Gonna have a whole Star Wars theme thing going soon. Five times 50 is 250, that's correct. Can't wait to act Bob or T1. Oh, that's what I thought you meant. Okay. Uh, playfully, Justin, playfully. And Bob's hardly, honestly, Bob doesn't really pop into my streams. He's asleep when I'm normally running, so. T.O. though, Troubled One, he does pop in quite often. So I'm at 1,700 watch hours. I'm only at 1,546 that YouTube is honoring. On my way to the 3,000, but I need to get to 4,000 ultimately. I have a video that I'm going to post here in a little bit. It is me penning some pay dirt. It's about 35 minutes long, so if you guys could watch it, that would be awesome because it would increase my watch hours. But yeah, I'm going to post that here tonight. I know, Justin. I know. Just screwing around. That would be funny. Maybe do a watch of the different of coins worth collecting. Justin, I can post another video like that, an educational one, not a problem. I haven't been posting very many videos. I've been doing a lot of lives. I have a tendency to get more watch hours out of lives than you do out of videos, which is crazy. But yeah, I plan on doing more videos lately. Like this is silver and melt versus this is copper worth $400. I wish copper was $400. That would be quite the feat right there. I can. I've got videos like that, but I can do another one. I have no problem doing stuff like that. So if that's what you want me to put up, I'll put up stuff like that. That's not a problem at all. I need to get back into making videos anyways. I don't make enough content. I've been doing a lot of lives, but not really making any content. I returned, but apparently they told me it's ready to pick up now, which was weird because I already claimed the refund, so I guess it's free. Joseph, well, stop by and see if you can pick it up. Fake. An Aircorn or a fake? Because that's going to be difference. No, I don't have every version of all that, but it's definitely something that I can do. Nah, man. Stop by and pick it up. If you're getting a call from the manager saying it's ready to go, I would tell them that you already returned it, though. That's me, but that's on you. I found my pinger. I haven't seen it in a while, but I found it. Super cool having one because you can test silver frequency with it just by flicking it, you know. Well, this little quarter ounce isn't doing anything for me, but my silver dollar does. Where she be? I don't know where she be. Yo, Morgan. Love that sound. What a lovely sound. Beautiful. Here's that 50-cent piece I was telling you about. Yep. I love that sound too. I will, Nikki. So you guys are all part of the Humbles Heroes, just so you guys know that. That is the name of my follower base. Do I have enough thought for educational videos plus your knowledge to spot error coins? Yeah, I have enough I have enough knowledge base to do an educational video. The spotting error coins will be the spotting error coins I would have to learn a little bit about because there's so many different types of errors. But I know about double dyes, I know about lamination errors, I know about things like that. So those are all easy to look for. Large date, small date. Just there's a big difference on coins. That's all. I'll teach you, Justin. I'll teach you everything you want to know that I can teach you. And if I don't know the answer, I'll find a way to get you the answer by sending you to the right person or learning it myself and relaying the info. I got you, bro. Nikki, I can help you too, man. Just keep an eye on the content. If you got questions, ask though. I will teach all you guys what I can. You just started on September 3rd, so you are fresh, Nikki. You are super fresh, and that's the best kind right there, buddy. Because you're still learning your path. Your first, whether you like bigger stuff or smaller stuff, you're going to figure out what kind of stack you are in your first 100 ounces. Just so you know. And every stacker will tell you that as well. You might know what kind of stacker you want to be within your first 50. You never know. But it normally takes about 100 ounces of silver for you to figure out what kind of stacker you want to be. You know, whether that be, you know, 1 ounce rounds, 1 ounce bars, 5 ounce bars, 5 ounce rounds, 10 ounce bars, 10 ounce rounds. I mean, there's so many different ways you could go. But you'll figure all that out when you start putting it all together. And the biggest thing, Nikki, I'll tell you right now. I'll tell you right now, Nikki. I work at Universal Studios and they do pay a lot of money. And they don't pay a lot of money. No, that's fine. Having a plan, having a stacker plan, okay? A schedule. That will be the biggest thing for any new stacker is having a schedule. And Nikki, if I'm not mistaken, are you in Canada or are you in the US? No, I know, John. I know. You told me about that the other night. That's the total score. But I thought you said it was $80. Okay, so Nikki, the fastest way and cheapest way for you to add weight right now is with what? Okay. Well, that's Justin. Yes, that is 100% accurate. So you can buy Constitutional behind spot cost right now. So the cheapest way for you to add weight is with Constitutional. Okay, whether that be peace dollars that you can get at Cole, whether that be Morgans you can get at Cole, whether that be silver dimes, quarters, 50-cent pieces. all that's going to add up, and all of it's going to count towards constitutional because it's all constitutional. So you're getting it behind spot. And if you work with an LCS, like Justin is saying, you get good deals anyways. Like I always get good deals when I go to my LCS because I've built a relationship with them. Having a relationship at an LCS is one of the biggest things you can do as a stacker as well. Now, Justin, Eagles are not constitutional, okay? Or Nikki. Oh, okay, I got you, bro. You get 1 ounce a month. Okay, that's good. That's good. Um, so that's your stacker plan, 1 ounce a month. Hey, having a plan is the biggest thing. So, but if you started in September and you've already got 16 ounces, you're well ahead of your goal. So my stacker goal this year was 200 ounces of silver and 5 ounces of gold. They do have value, and I get that. You sold some of your stocks. Yeah, they do have value, especially the right eagle. You know, something like this has value, a lot of value. Hi, Donna. You know, so it just depends on the coin. And this is not constitutional, so don't think that it is because the value is going to be a lot higher because they're 1 ounces of silver. Love you too, Donna. You know, and keep in mind, you know, this is a frosty coin. This is a nice one, and it is silver, but it's only 40% silver. The only 90% Kennedy is 64 or earlier. For Kennedy, it's only 64 unless it is a set of like a silver proof set and says 90%. Oh, that's cool, Nikki. What company are you working with that's sponsoring you in that sense? Okay, cool. Yeah, but I mean, Apex is a high end online seller, and I understand why it's shocking. But it happens. It does happen, and silver's hard. There are a lot of fakes out there. That is 100% accurate. I test every ounce of silver I get, and the only pours I um, get from people I know are silver. I watch them melt it. You know what I mean? They do videos and do all that other stuff. Yeah, I use a magnet too, and the ping is always a plus. This here is not only a flashlight, it's a magnet, and I understand because I have bought fake coins off of eBay. Not fake, or that one is fake, but just not magnetic. Not magnetic, but yeah, I have bought fake coins off of eBay before. Couldn't test them until they were in my hands. Cool thing about eBay is they do have a 100% buyer protection plan. They advertised it as a matte finish. Showed this. This is what they sent, but they showed a 2024 real one, of course, for the pictures. You know, standard Buffalo, fake. Morgan's the number one faked coin in the world. Fake. Well, that's because most only test like a certain percentage of the top layer. It only goes so thick. That's why I always bring my gold to an XRM. Something that definitely penetrates through the whole coin and gives you the composite of everything, percentage based. And I only buy my gold from reputable places as well. Just dropped $30, not a lose of real. Robert Lawson on YouTube. I mean, honestly, you just have to have dealings with the people that you're dealing with. I understand. I understand, and that's the reason why you buy from reputable people. Like most big purchases that I make are through people that I know work on big purchases. So like when I make my next big purchase, I'm gonna have OC. I'm gonna work with OC, and he is going to get with somebody who is in the community looking to get rid of the kind of weight I'm looking for, and then connect the dots for me. Oh, I know top end places have lost money too. I get that. If you don't test your stuff, right, and you're buying a whole bunch of silver, like I know people that got stuck and captured with that German silver scandal. German silver, not silver at all, you guys. Not silver at all. None of it's silver, right? So, like, why would you buy something that says German silver on it? There's a bunch of videos on YouTube about German silver. So don't get caught in that. Just buy from a reputable source. Test your metals, right? And a ping test goes a long way. It really does. No, I hear you. Let's see what the old 85 sounds like. Well, you could. I don't care, Justin. It's not going to hurt my feelings any. And it should be known, anyways. What's up, Nick? You finally made it. What's going on, brother? Yeah, they're coming out of China. Right? Coming out of China. I just don't know what reputable dealer you're talking about that's selling them by accident. Sigmas are expensive. Sounds good. I love the sound of that ring. I know you all do too. And this pinger cost me a whole $1.99 or $2.99 on Amazon. Doesn't have to be a pocket pinger to ping, you guys. Pocket pingers are nice, don't get me wrong, but it doesn't have to be a pocket pinger to ping. Let's see what this 40%er sounds like. Still rings, just not as high. Well, you can't have them for starts because, just on a side note, it's a 50, not a 45. It's a 50 cal Desert Eagle. Let me get you your first package, Justin. What's going on, Richard? Get your first package out, and then we can talk about anything else, man. I got a whole bunch of ancients I'm sending you, so. Found you a bag you would love. Found you bag out you. Found you bag out would love. I would imagine you're saying you found me a bag that I would love. Alright, give me a second, you guys. I will be right back. Gonna go bust out a safety meeting. Grab something to drink. Give me 2 shakes. I'll be right back, gentlemen. Talks amongst yourselves. You're right there, you guys. Almost done, guys. I'll be right there. Justin, thank you, man. Get some rest, brother. I appreciate you hanging out. I get paid tomorrow, Justin. Your package will go out Thursday. Still waiting for a DM. Oh, I got you yeah, from from Discord. I got you, bro. Tio did send me that info. No, your package will go out tomorrow. Or go out Thursday, bro. I already got all your coins set aside and everything, so you're good to go. I'll get it out. I'm gonna be spending about $100 on shipping on Thursday. I got a package to send. Um, My Silver Journey. I got other packages to send out. Yours is going out. What are you looking at? You are looking at special pours that have happened from channel subscribers and people that I'm subscribed to. Justin, I'm not worried about that. If you don't send anything, that'd still be fine. But I have a feeling you're gonna send me something and it's gonna be nice. So I trust you. I'm not worried about it. You'll get your first ancients from me. I've got 4 of them that are coming to you that I know of, and I could possibly find more. And who knows, man? Maybe I'll get like a vintage set of playing cards or something too. I got decks and decks of that stuff. No, my dad was a huge, he was a huge MASH 4077 fan. Like when I was younger, he had the book that went over all the episodes and all that, and I ruined it when I was a kid. And as an adult, I was able to find it and replenish it, which was really cool. I thought that was pretty sick. So my dad, he was a big MASH 4077 fan. So like he had the glass jar that they would put the blood would be in. Oh, that would be cool. He had the glass jar that said Mash 4077 on it for the blood. And what he did was he hung it, but he filled it with whiskey, and he had the surgical tube that went out and had a little dial on it. So he would walk up, fill himself a shot, close it off, take a shot with it. He had that my whole life when I was growing up, and I used to steal shots from him all the time. Well, somewhere along the lines, through a move or something, it ended up getting lost, and so I found him one of those as well as an adult. He had a signed Alan Alda picture. My dad worked for a towing company in California that he owned called Janos eventually, and he had a signed Alan Alda picture that said, "To the guys at Janos, thanks for always saving me in my car." No, Sandy, I got off and then hopped back on. That would be quite the marathon, though, bro. Yeah, you guys, I was on for like 4.5 hours earlier, and Sandy was on, and he hung out for most of it, actually. I think I went on for about another half hour to an hour after you split, Sandy. But, no, I hopped back on. That would have been a run, though, wouldn't it? An all day YouTube run? Dude, I had it in me to do it today, too. I could have. I could have. But I took like a 4.5 hour, 5 hour break in between, Sandy. Hop back on a little bit ago. Get a little more running in on this one. Yes, I did get off. I got off for about 5 hours or so. 6 hours, something like that. But that, I could have done it. I know, I know. You were going to bed before, now you're leaving for work. That's awesome, though. You're going to have a good day. All right, Justin. Bro, thanks for chilling. I'll talk to you later. Thanks, Richard. Justin, thanks, bro. Much love. I appreciate you. And thank you for all your service, Justin. Appreciate your service, man. Justin, you were um, just to be clear, you were a tanker, correct? Or was it Richard? Which I don't remember which one. Justin, were you the tanker? No, you're the doc. Okay. Richard, were you the tanker? That's right, Justin. I'm sorry. That's why you said OG doc. My bad, bro. Have a good day at work, Sandy. I'll talk at you later. I appreciate you hanging out, man. You can shoot tank stuff. No, I just I pulled out a Sherman tanker round and wanted to, you know, show the person that it was. I just don't remember who it was. But I do know somebody said they were a tanker, and I pulled that out so I could show them and honor it. You know what I mean? I did have the D-Day coin out earlier. Only like 30,000 of these minted. That's cool, man. That is cool. Thanks, Richard. Yeah, FG Stacker. We put this one together. This was a nice pour. Manderson got his sent off to him, so I'm hoping that he's got it here soon. What do you mean, guess you were back? Yeah, I panned some Peter earlier and added to the big vial today. So that's pretty cool. And like I said earlier, I want to melt this down into a little gold BB. From the first time I got gold with the Gold Baron. That's gold that he gave me. What looks better up close? The bar and the eagle. This is from Capital Currency. A lot of detail. Got my other FG pour right here. One of my first two Humble Stacker bars. I owed a buddy of mine a couple ounces of silver, so I gave him my other Humble Stacker bar. Something he could show off to his friends. He said, I want something that's a conversation piece. I said, here, okay, take this. That one said Humble Stacker on it. It was silver, right? This one's been toned by FG. This was my first design that I wanted, with Humble rainbowing over the top and Stacker down the center. He said it was going to be hairy to get it because of how small it was, but it came out really good. And he didn't stamp this one because he didn't want to damage it. So I told him to make sure that on the next one he didn't have to stamp it, but to put his logo in on it. So he put his logo in on the back. And I had two of them made. I gave one of them away at my 500 subscriber party. And Manderson won it, so he should have gotten it by now, or pretty quick. And this was poured by Cartier Silver. This was poured by Cartier Silver. It's one of the first things I ever had him pour for me. He's got a silver Rollo button for me too. It's not a Rollo, but it's a button, and it's a fatty. It's a 1.4 ounce. He's got one of those, and he's gonna pour me a silver sea turtle to fit over the silver coral there, or the copper coral there. And it's gonna sit right here in that gap. A silver sea turtle swimming over copper coral. That's the theme behind that. And like I was mentioning earlier, this is what Bob's girlfriend looks like. Pretty sure her name's going to be Rhonda. She might be pink, she might be purple. It really depends on what the ozone does to her skin when she comes in. Oh my God. Bob, calm down. I'm picking it up. Just, Jesus, calm down. Just chill. What is going on? Why couldn't I fit it in there like I did before? That's going to have to be good enough. So whatever the ozone does to her skin when she comes in, she could be a different color, but that's pretty much what she's going to look like face-wise. And I believe her name's Rhonda. We'll see. It's about 1 3/4 grams, 1 3/4 ounces. I think it weighs like 1/6 something. I'm not positive though. I haven't weighed it in a long time. I don't quite remember. But it's over. If it's close to 1.5 ounces on the heavy side, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I know. Well, this will be the first of its kind on this planet, so who knows? But if that's how he was on his own planet, that might be the reason why they sent him here. He needs to chill. Especially since he's got a gun. And it's pretty detailed if you think about it. Check this gun out. Well, I don't directly look at the sun. Uh, so I couldn't quite tell you. You saw Bob flinch. There we go. Now he's chilling. Here's a card for it. 9.2 grams. I thought it was 9.3 or 9.4, but it's 9.2 grams. I know. And think about our president who looked at the sun during an eclipse. I know. So yeah, Nick, I'm gonna send you these two Bears cards. Are you only a Bears fan? I mean, because honestly, you guys still don't really have a chance for the next couple years until Caleb Williams becomes an actual good quarterback, I should say. No, he only made two of them. One for me and one for Bob over at B&B Prospecting. I had to make me two of them. So, Richard, this is a one of two. It's pretty heavy. All the weight's in the end here, though. I mean, this weighs silver, but all the weight's in the end. So I'd say probably an ounce on the end, and then the half ounce or the rest of the weight all up in the handle. But it's pretty heavy, and it shines up really well. I can have this in a mirror shine in just a couple of swipes with my cloth. I know, I know. That's a pour I'll never get rid of either, unless it's like, hey, give me that pour, or sell that pour, or my kids won't eat, or something, you know. If I had to do something like that, I would, but that's not something that's going to be getting rid of anytime soon. And that's like dire situation, which I don't see myself in because I have a gun. I won't be like that. I will hunt or do whatever I need to do. Yeah, I feel you on that. I do have one grandchild. I'll give this a couple of swipes here. Check this out. So yeah, it shines up pretty nice. Look at that. Oh, it's at least three. I sent him. I know the silver I sent him. I sent him a bunch of silver rounds that were 999. So it's at least three nines. Now I don't know if he. I sent him some vintage bars too from like 82 and 84 that were toned up pretty good. So I don't know if he used those as well or if he kept them. But yeah, it does shine up real well. Mirror like. And I'm sure I can get all of them to do that if I wanted to. Like, see, this one is not lit up on the letters like this one is. Right, really, with just a couple of swipes of this, I can do that. No, these aren't pewter, bro. Those let tone, what do you mean? I watched Ron's basement for a long time until he got into that stupid fucking. Until he got into that stupid fart dust thing. And he stopped talking about metals. I left him after that. Anybody who's going to give up on it like that fast, not worth my time. I hit him up every podcast he did and everything he did, every live. I hit him up for like 3 weeks straight, asking him if he's ever going to talk about metals, and he didn't. Yeah, no, I'm leaving it. I just wanted to accent some of the stuff a little bit, and I did. The stairs, the humble part, the stacker part. Um, were you a Ron's fan? Because I literally did. I have messages from him telling me, I still do care about silver. Just this is a big thing for me, and blah 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 blah. And then I watched him get hacked, and then I watched him lose all of his money, and then I watched him beg people to help him, and then they fucking helped him and built his wallet back up, which was asinine. So I watched all that. I call it the rise and fall of Ron. Now I guess he's talking about silver and gold again. I just he's a silver pumper. He I watched him for a long time, and then when he gave up on silver and started with that stupid meme coin, I just fucking I left because I couldn't deal with it. We are Humble's heroes. That's right. You guys are Humble's heroes. It's got a good ring to it, don't it, Nick? I like it. It rolls off the tongue. It's got a nice ring to it. You ever notice that old bar on his fingernail with just the eagle on it? I don't understand, Richard. Whose fingernail? You talking about my fingernail? This is what the original looked like. Fingernails like my humble flag. Okay, I got you. Thumbnail is what you meant. Thumbnail. Have you ever heard of the YouTuber user Namaste Forget Me Not from coin related YouTube live streams? Apparently, he was a scammer and stole a bunch of people's money. Oh, that sucks. I do remember some of his thumbnails, yes. Not that one in particular, though. Difference in both of them here. Only difference is thickness. This was too thin for him to pour, so I had to get him another one so he could double it up, which made this one. I'm actually going to send him, I have a square shovel I'm going to send him. No, I kind of remember some of the stuff like that. That's old school though. Like he changed a lot since then, right? But I was with Ron right when he got Pemco to be a sponsor for him. I watched him for a lot of years. That sucks about that Namaste Forget Me Not. I hate scammers. I used to watch Ron every morning. Every time he put up a video, I was a big Ron fan. Some of the people that were in his podcast regularly, I've seen in my own, them saying hi and stuff. Your first 3 10-ounce bars were like the vintage bars he showed. That's cool. He always showed an eagle and he always showed a buffalo. And he always showed like a Walker or a Benjamin 50-cent piece. There are 4 9s. That's cool. Most of the silver bars I have say 999 plus, something like that. And this one's pretty shiny too. It's got the toning going on. The bag it was in was, cracked along one line, so the back side's got some toning going too. So I just pretty much went like this, and it just pulled apart. So I freed it. Something for the stack. But a lot of my weight is in stuff like this. Right? So that I have here, all my deep stack, all my heavy bars and all that other stuff, that's all at another place. got a crap ton of eagles and but at the end of the day, they're just an ounce of silver, whether they're in a case like this or not. You know. One of my bars was uncovered and is as shiny as your shovel. That's cool. You have some eagle hearts that don't shine like the eagles. Well, the eagle hearts are, dude. I had an eagle heart as a pocket piece. People said I was crazy, but you know what? I still rocked it. It was badass. Yeah, that D-Day coin's pretty badass, isn't it, Nick? This Thomas E. Jefferson gilded coin. Not a coin, it's more like a commemorative. Pretty cool stuff. I have old stuff. I got stuff all over the place. It's cold. Actually, it's this way. He went to D-Day. Check this out. Old school box. They captured an air base and found what they thought was planes without engines. Found out later they were jet aircraft. That's cool. You guys want to see a cool set? Yes, the Gora box. These are pretty cool, dude. One of 50. Finally got that. Yeah. 2 pieces. Just the Topaz one. Miss Harley Quinn. Number 268 of 300. Joker. Number 185 of 500. Boyfriend and girlfriend. The backs are pretty sick. That's a straight up mirror right there. I like Batman. I like I'm a nerd. Well, the Joker sells for $140 on the Bay. But ultimately, I'd like to sell them as a pair when I sell them. As a boyfriend-girlfriend duo. That's awesome, bro. I got this for a $27 spin on Whatnot. So I picked those up for 27 bucks. It was about 8 months ago. 6, 7, 7, 8 months ago. Something like that. Yeah, crash, pow, bang, kapow. Watched a lot of it, read a lot of the comics. Um, People don't realize that in most of Batman's saga, he literally would beat the criminal up to the point where they were about to die before he would tie him up and call the cops. Right? So I mean, like he literally, he used to beat people up pretty good. And he's like Tony Stark. Yes, no killing though. He would just beat him to a pulp and then call the cops. I get it. I love Batman. He's but most of the time in the TV series with Adam West though was more of a he was more of a strategic and cheerful Batman, opposed to most of the comics where he was dark and vengeful. He never killed, though. 100%. He had part in killing the monster at the end that Superman finished off. But Superman actually killed him, so it wasn't Batman that did it. But he did help with the front. And yeah, he doesn't kill things. He just beats them to death. Even in I have a DC. I play a DC game where it's a battle game on PlayStation 4 where you can fight with each other or play, whatever mode. And even on that in the storyline, he gets mad at Robin for killing. He is very anti-killing people at all. Even the worst criminal, he won't kill. Very against it. He does not like shedding blood or other people's blood, just in general. He just doesn't like shedding blood. What's good? The display? So, I don't know, were you here earlier when I went over the card that Bob got? Fucking dick. Getting fan mail. Getting pictures of girls in the mail. Didn't see what? Didn't see Bob's fan mail? The only reason that it had my name on it at all was thank you for all you do. Right? It had to come addressed to me because Bob's not addressed to this address, and this is the letter he gets. Even though you're a bit of a dick, we still love you. Look after Todd for me. Raspberry Hedgehog. and then Bob's cousin Dabin in the corner. Came with some stickers too, and I put one of them up. I don't know if that's Bob's dad or older brother or what, but he looks a lot like him. Just definitely an older version of him, so he's got to be related to him somehow. The color's almost spot on. Must have been when they showed up here in their previous run. You know, like when Bob's dad or grandpa showed up here. That's the picture they took after a minute of being here and then left. And then Bob had to come and find out for himself, and here he is. There was a couple of stickers in there that are pretty cool, and this, I believe, would be a perfect motto for somebody who is a stacker. But that's just good life advice in general. You know, that came in the package today with a bunch of other photos of Bob's family. I mean, there's quite a few of them. You know, that's one of Bob's relatives taking one of us. Just proving that abduction is real. Just cruising down the strip. Bunch of pictures of his cousins, just letting him know that they're still doing good. Making sure he feels at home. I'm begging to see what you see in Bob when his gun feel he looked down like he was pissed. Hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil. And that just goes to show you don't know what color Bob's girlfriend's going to be when she shows up, because our ozone does all kinds of things to him. I guess this is one of Bob's relatives in the Antarctic. Super cold. Good morning. How you doing, Raspberry? Another one of Bob's relatives hanging out. And peppered with a little hot raspberry hedgehog love. I'm a rebel without a cause. Little USA alien, didn't mean to drop that. Yeah, Bob can get a little testy when you take his weapon from him. You know, just a bunch of pictures of Bob's relatives. This is his sister. I don't know what it is with them flipping us off all the time, but you know, it should look something like this. This guy's got bands on him. Don't know what that is. Some sort of clothing, I guess. Alien attitude. Yeah, I know, right? This one's pretty cool. You need an alien visa. Showing a little alien love. You think they think it's a peace sign? They just saw us throwing it up all the time and just thought, hey, that's how they say hello. Abducting a cow. I mean, come on, if you're hungry, dude, like, don't steal our cattle. Steal the dumb people. And to top it off, you're all totally awesome. Is that Bob's stack? That's Bob's stack of paraphernalia of his family. Dumb people are chewy, Bob told you. Double peace signs or double middle fingers? Because there's two of them in there that have double peace signs, Nick. I'll just put it in your whatnot package. The double peace sign. This one? Well, only got one of them, Nick. It's gonna cost you. It's gonna cost you. I mean, I'd like to just make it free, you know, but it's gonna cost you. Could be the female all bonded out. Alright, buddy, I'll send you a Bob sticker. I'll send you the double piece one. Oh, don't thank me, thank Raspberry. She sent it to me. And she's in chat, so thank her because she's the one that sent the care package for Bob. Bob went through all the pictures. This is the only one that he actually really cared about for some reason. He really latched onto it. So I'm not quite sure, and I don't know how the bow is on her head. If it's anything like we had to do with our kids, that's not very cool. Our kids were bald for the first year of their lives, so we did a lot of hairband bows, things like that. He's always eyeballing. He's a prick. I mean, look at him. He never blinks. He never blinks. I've been watching him for months. He never blinks. He's a dick. No, he doesn't. He doesn't blink. I guarantee it. I've been watching him. He's been on video for hours. He's been on video for hours. There's no way he can hold his eyes open that long. He winks at you constantly. Well, then we're going to have a talk, me and Bob. He's a right tart. I would imagine that Bob does have a cheeky side, but he has yet to show it until I would only imagine it's probably going to come out more when. It's probably going to come out more when his girlfriend shows up. Then we're going to have to see what kind of riz he has. Were you guys watching the live the other day when Skylar called me out? Oh, Nick. So, did you hear me just a second ago when I said the word Riz? Okay, so like there's words that kids use now that is either short or doesn't mean anything that um, they're implying, right? So, Riz, charisma, game, like you can't talk to a woman, like that type of game, right? So I was talking and I said Cartier um, was having somebody come over, and I was like, "Good for you, man. Good for you." And if you guys don't know, he's got Riz. And my daughter, she straight up stopped doing what she was doing, looks at me and goes, Dad, do you even know what that word means?" Dude, when if little aliens start running all over my stack, I'm gonna be a little pissed off. Dad, do you even know what that word means? And then I told her what it means, and she's like, okay. But there's like, okay, you guys, let me tell you something. When they're saying, when they're talking, right? When one of them couldn't believe the story they were saying, instead of saying no joke or I'm for real, you know, no kidding, something like that, they used the word no cap. No cap means No fucking around, no joking around. I'm not kidding. I'm being dead serious. No cap. I'm not capping. No cap. That means nothing to what they're using it for. They are. I'm serious. Aliens cannot impregnate by winking. If that's the case, you're in trouble. If you tell me he winks at you all the time. Maybe that's why he's always winking at you. Who knows? But if that's the case, Raspberry, you're in trouble. I'd run while you could. Stop watching. Yes, Raspberry, are you with Alien? Well, she would have already had him because I guess the progression of their pregnancies are pretty fast, like within hours. Are you with Alien? But yeah, I'm super excited. Bob, chill out for a minute. Love the eyelashes on her. She actually stopped to do her lashes before they took the picture. She's really trying to get someone. Oh, god damn it. Calm down, Bob. Dude, I'm telling you, you better chill. If you don't chill, man, I'm straight up. I'm going to show you why it's my channel, not yours. Yeah, I mean, she's got it going on. Opposed to Bob, look at him sitting there all smug like some dick. War Age TV. What do you mean? Please elaborate. Yeah, but what are demons? The aliens? Are the aliens demons? Because they don't identify as demons. Is the silver demons? Because it's an inanimate object. It doesn't identify as demons. Oh, I got it. I got it. I got it. I got it. I figured it out. The gold. The gold demons. Since the beginning of Earth, the beings were called demons and evil spirits. In the last 10 years, you all have changed names to aliens. Only in the last 10 years? Because they were talking about aliens from way, way, way back in the day. like, you know, in the 60s and 50s with Area 51. So I'm not quite sure what you mean. I mean, we can have a conversation if you want to have an intellectual conversation. I'm okay with that. I believe I can hold my own in most arenas when it comes to convo. So if you want to have a conversation, we can. But you need to understand that when I shut down all of your lame ass points, that 10,000 years demons, the last 50 years aliens. Okay, so 50 years. Let's do the math. 50 years, that puts us back to 75. So your math is way off for starts. Um, and if you really want to be technical about things, right? Technical. So if you want to start calling up things and start throwing out facts, make sure that you're actually going to have your facts correct. No problem. Raspberry, no problem. I mean, are you like one of those people that claims Monster energy drinks is 666 signs of the devil? Are you one of those people? Cuz I like conspiracies too, right? But like let's be real. Yeah, is she okay? And let's ask you another question there, War. Are you still here, War? Or are you trying to type something smart out in chat? Okay, that's good. Of my imagery. Oh, okay. All right. So here, let's think about this. Okay, so let's just say that your math was just wrong, and you're talking about um, like Roswell and aliens, right? Okay, so they've been demons for 10,000 years and aliens since aliens since we found aliens, right? Okay, so why would a demon be in a spaceship? Why would there be wreckage from a spaceship if they're demons? Demons just pop up. Demons can just summon, right? Um, and if you're really are going to get religious on it, demons would have to. What would they have to do to actually? In order for a demon to walk the earth, he would have to do possession. So he would have to possess a human being in order for a demon to walk the earth. Okay, so if you really want to get technical and think about things, so what the fuck are you talking about? Demons travel in spaceships and you don't do religion. Okay, so demons travel in spaceships. So let me ask you a question then. If you don't do religion, then why are you calling them demons? Because demon, with the name demon itself, insinuates that it comes from hell. So, and hell is based off of religion. So what are you talking about? Yes, that's my whole point. That's funny. But can you answer that, War? Every culture in history had something they were believing in that was based in some sort of religion, whether it be Ra, whether it be um, Christianity, whether it be paganism. They always had something that they worshipped. And in that sense, those things that they were worshiping, the you're claiming that all of those things and all of those people throughout all of those times called aliens demons. Do I trust my ancestors or my own understanding of them? I would trust both. Of course. I know what you're saying, Raspberry, as well. Um, War, can I ask you a question? What understanding do I have of aliens other than what the media has told me? War, are you older than 18? Or are you 18 or older? You're an old man. Okay. Uh, well, the word demon insinuates religion. Okay? So, if you're talking about demons rolling around being called aliens, every depiction of a demon was nothing like an alien, even in the last 60 years, or 70 years, or even 80 years. No depiction of a demon has ever looked like an alien. No, I don't mind the chat, War, but I think that your whole premise is wrong. You know, I think that you believe that aliens or demons, whether I call them aliens or you call them demons, that's fine. But if you're going to say the word demon insinuates religion. So if you're also going to say in the same breath that you're not religious, that just doesn't make sense because you're contradicting yourself. So honestly, if you're going to call them demons, you need to say that you are religious. Well, let's be clear, even though I'm not a religious person, doesn't mean that I don't, I wouldn't believe that it's a possibility. And the word demon insinuates religion. You imply religion when you use the word demon. Okay, so can I ask you a question, War? Just give me a yes when it's okay for me to ask the question. Because then I'm going to pause because I want you. Okay. If you're so enlightened, why are you in my channel? But you don't know me. So why would you be interested in my imagery? You don't follow me. If you do, it's not public. Okay? It's the first time you've been in my channel because you're gray. You do have 922 subscribers. You did join 11 years ago, is what your channel activity shows. So you have been around for a while. But why are you in my channel? Like, how did you stumble across me? Were you doom scrolling? Oh, so you were just scrolling through and you found me, which is fine. I'm okay with that. I just was curious as to how you found me. I understand. I know. I'm live. I get that. I've scrolled through lives before on YouTube. I get it. I was just curious how you found me. That's all. And I'm fine with that. But ultimately, my channel is about stacking and silver and precious metals and gold, right? Oh, gotcha. So my pictures that I had with my stuff up there, my Bob and his girlfriend, and Bob in the top left corner up there on the poster board, made you stop. That's cool. I appreciate that. That means that it's attractive to whoever. I mean, it was attractive to you, so that's cool. But I don't really talk religion, and well, I appreciate that. Thank you. Bob, Bob, that's Bob. He's holding a 50 caliber Desert Eagle that weighs 9.2 grams of silver. He's been part of my channel since I got him. He's been here for about, I don't know, 5 months. He gets fan mail. The stickers are his family. He is as much part of my channel as I am at this point. He's been around for a while. And everybody here loves Bob. People stop by just to say hi to Bob. They don't even say hi to me anymore. Well, they do, but... And where I've said it already many times that if Bob had his own channel, he'd probably have more subscribers than I do. War, are you still here, or did you take off? Because if you want to stick around and just listen to the dialogue, you can. I'm down with that too. I just wasn't quite sure. And if you think about it, let me ask you another question. If you read the ancient text, right? Okay. Then you would know that in, like, say, Egyptian times, that they had pictures of aliens like this, right? That taught them how to build and how to make things. Okay? Why would a demon do that? Why would a demon help us? It's for their own good in the end. So, with that sentence, you insinuate that the pyramids are built by the Egyptians in the imagery of the demons. So, you're saying that the pyramids are beneficial to the demons. A demon would have no reason to improve civilization. A demon's whole goal by nature would be to disrupt civilization. I get it. I'm just trying to figure out. I don't understand what a demon is. They're not complete wicked. Okay. Why don't you tell me what your definition of a demon is then? So I can understand what you're insinuating. Yeah, Ward, do you like silver or gold? Just a question. Not really off topic for us because that's what we talk about all the time, but apparently off topic for you. So, do you like silver and gold? It's not too bad. So, you don't stack then, right? Do you collect silver or gold? With your response, it would lead no. What would you like to learn about stacking? Would you like to learn while you're here? Okay, that's awesome. So, my whole goal for my channel is to teach people about other methods of saving. So, there are other vehicles other than a savings account or stocks and bonds. For instance, silver and gold stacking. You know, buying gold and sitting on it and preserving your wealth because you know as well as I do that the value of our dollar is diminishing quite a bit because it only goes down and down and down and down and down. And we are, like Nick has been saying, we are Humble's heroes. All you guys and people in chat that are my subscribers are my heroes. They make me what I am. So here we are. I think I've seen that gold panda piece somewhere before. Well, crazy enough, I'm sure they probably stamped more than one of them. That's a joke. It's a world coin. It's a panda, so they made a lot of them. It's from 2016. You know, but we talk about gold and silver stacking here. So ultimately, taking money out of your savings or what you would put into savings and converting it into silver and gold, whether it be a silver round or a sovereign piece. This here is a sovereign round, meaning, or a sovereign piece, meaning it's backed by a U.S. or a government and it has a dollar value on it, right? So that makes it a coin. And this is 1 ounce of silver, and it's from Mexico. It's called a Libertad. This is an older one. This one's from 1985. Okay, Libertads are sought out pretty highly because of the low mintage. They only produce a very small amount of them every year. So they're sought out by collectors and by stackers as a piece that you would want to pick up. But not a piece immediately. As a stacker, or somebody who's starting out to stack, you want to add metal to your stack, but for the lowest cost possible, right? Because you're converting your funds from savings to metals. So most of the time, I encourage stackers to start off with constitutional silver because you can either get it at what spot price is or for just a little under. Right now, you can get it for under, right? So you can go and with constitutional silver, which is 90% silver, it takes $1.40 face value to equal an ounce of silver. So that in itself could be a Morgan dollar that's really old, and 4 dimes, two 50-cent pieces and 4 dimes, right? And there's silver and a lot of US coins from 69 and earlier. So year 69, they stopped with 40% silver from 69 to 65. From 64 and previous, on dimes, quarters, and 50-cent pieces, they're all 90% silver. So if you're going to start stacking, I recommend starting off with Constitutional. And it doesn't matter if it's a dime a week, a 50-cent piece, a whole ounce, $1.40, whatever the case might be. If you can afford a roll a week, I mean, whatever. Start adding to your stack. Most stackers are stackers of opportunity. So they'll stack what's the cheapest to add weight for the least amount. Or you can get into more of a stacking collecting, which would be called a stack collector, right? And that's where you would pick up things like this. This is the John Wick silver round. It's 1 ounce of silver. It comes with kind of a higher premium. Premium is the amount over the spot price that you're being charged. So if spot is $32 and you have to pay $38 for this, that premium would be a $6 premium. Or a more expensive coin that's sought out, that is collectible, is the Kookaburra. Very sought out, very pretty coins, pretty high premium. So as somebody who's starting out, I would recommend sticking with things like silver rounds that you can get for just over spot or at spot in the right circumstance. Silver bars, which are items that you stack and set aside and put them in a safe or a top drawer and leave them there. If you end up picking up other pieces that are collectible, right, you can get into slabbed coins, which are graded. No, you're going to pay more for these because they have a grade on them. But at the end of the day, they're just an ounce of silver. This is a sovereign coin as well. This is called a Philharmonic. Other sovereign coins would be something like this, the American Silver Eagle. Yes, that is what Raspberry has. This is an American Silver Eagle proof. Proof is the shiny on the outside and the frost on the face. This is a West Point, so it's more sought out because not too many of them are stamped there. And this one is signed by the 12th Chief Engraver of the U.S. back in 2012. So this is an ounce of silver, but it has collector value because of these things here and the grade and the strike. This is the very first year that coin was made, 1986. This is the first year proof round, just like that, one of these display cases. So it's been sitting there its whole life. Very sought out coin because it's the first year it was made. Then you can get into even older stuff. Like this. This is an 1884 Morgan silver dollar. This is a Carson City. So way more sought out than most Morgans, even though Morgans are sought out. But there's all kinds of things that we can talk about when it comes to stacking. And that's me. And that's what I believe in. And when I say where you can, meaning whether it be stacking silver, stacking gold, constitutional or rounds, it doesn't matter. What matters is that you're still adding to your stack. Even if you have to go with a smaller amount, you just have to have stacking goals and plans, you know, to make it worth it and to keep yourself on track. You know, whether you can afford a quarter ounce maple when you stack, you know, whether it's a quarter ounce eagle. But if you stack to a plan and a schedule, you know, you got my lady here, pre-33, 1885. This was walking around in somebody's pocket. They used this as currency. $5. Can you imagine using gold as currency? Yes, Nick, I did it. You know, this is a 50 yen coin. $50. That's nuts. You know, and then you got just some gold bullion. You got your silver shot. It really depends on what kind of stacker you want to be. What kind of stacker do you think you might want to be? Where do I buy the old coins? What do you mean, like this one? And the gold coin? Because I have a lot of old coins. Yeah, you can get your 90% from pawn shops and coin shops. You can get your 90% from coin roll hunting as well. Buying 50-cent rolls and buying dime rolls and quarter rolls. You can get 90% doing it that way too. Or you can buy them from online reputable dealers. You can get them from multiple places. It just depends on what you're looking for. Things like that Carson City you're not going to find in a coin roll. And if you do, you're incredibly lucky. You know, the $5 gold coin that I got, that's about the size of almost the size of a quarter. So finding that in a quarter roll would be crazy. You'd almost have to imagine that it would be fake. You can find silver coins at your Coinstar because it doesn't take silver and it doesn't take gold, it spits it out. So you could find silver and gold at your Coinstar if you're incredibly lucky. Oh, there are fakes out there, so there are ways to test it with a magnet, a scale, and a pinger just for people that want to go buy gold and silver. There's ways that you can test it yourself before you buy it. If you're buying from a reputable source, they can test it for you as well. All the places that I go to have an XRM. They don't use a Sigma. Sigmas are easier to, because they only test one point, where an XRM scans the whole coin. Or nugget or flake or whatever it is that you're doing, whether it be a bullion piece or a coin. It'll tell you what the composite is. But boys and girls, the heroes, my heroes, it's 1:30. I got to get some Z's before I got to get to work tomorrow. I appreciate all of my people, all of my heroes stopping by and hanging out with me tonight. We're pushing 3 hours, so I'm going to go ahead and skit and get some rest before work tomorrow. So I will see you all later. I appreciate all of you for coming by. And I don't know if you guys heard me earlier, but I heard Bob making plans. I woke up and I heard him talking, making some plans or making some orders or something. I'm not quite sure what he was talking about, but he's that kind of guy that just kind of does stuff, and I have to deal with it because that's kind of how he is. So we'll see what that turns out. Utter chaos. Yeah. Well, I hope it's not utter. All you guys, my heroes, my almost heroes, you guys. I will see you all later. Richard, thanks for stopping by. Nick, Raspberry, appreciate you guys. War, um, like and subscribe if you want. Subscribe. Comment on one of my videos if you're interested. I can teach you more. I will see you all later. I'm going to get some rest. I'll see you tomorrow. Later, guys.